Hey, it's Yolanda here from My Pretty Brown Doll, and I wanted to hop on really quickly, or I hope really quickly. I always say that, and then these videos end up being a little bit longer. But just wanted to hop on and do a review of the Yarn Inspirations Bernat Pop. If you know, about a month ago, I did a review of the Mandala Sweet Roll, no, Lion Brand's Mandala Premier Sweet Rolls and the Karen Cakes. And at that time, I could not find the Bernat Pop anywhere. And so I went home for Mother's Day. And when I went home, I stopped in the Walmart, and the Walmart had it. And so I was like, oh my gosh, you got to get a roll. And I only got one. I only got one roll of it, or one cake of it. And I mainly got it for review purposes. I just wanted to see how it compared to the other ones that I already did have. First impressions, like when I first saw it in the store, very gorgeous colors. The colors are beautiful, very vibrant. They're not as washed out as the Karen Cakes and the Premier Sweet Rolls. So they do kind of hold their color better. I do like the way this particular yarn holds its color. It is very similar to those in that it's not really a gradient yarn. The color pretty much just changes to the new color, so it's not like a fade into the new color. It just does a different color change. So as you can see here, I was with the pink, and it just kind of went from the pink straight into this gray color. And so and then from that gray color, as you can see here, we're going into like a lighter gray. So it was like a darker gray, and now it's just changing. Like there's no, like I said, it doesn't fade into the next color. It just kind of just changes to the next color. So it's just a sharp color change. And that's the same with the sweet rolls, and the same with the Karen Cakes. The Karen Cakes and the sweet rolls do the same thing. But again, I do like the colors. The colors are really vibrant. According to the Yarninspiration's website, there are 12 shades of this, and they gave them some really cool names, like and I had to write some of this down, like hot chocolate, scarlet sizzle. This color that I purchased is called a lipstick on the collar. Yeah, lipstick on your collar, which I was like, you know, whatever the case. But I get it now because it's like it's shades of pink, and then it has, like I said, it goes into like some whites and some grays, and so I kind of get it now. So if you had on like a white shirt and you know you had lipstick on your collar, so yeah, that type of thing. But I thought that was a cool name, and I really did like the shades of pink and the whites and the grays, the hint of gray in there. And so that is why I did go ahead and grab this one. Just some more information about the yarn. Like I said, it is a 4-weight, 100% acrylic, machine wash and dry. I found this in Walmart, and then it's also on the Yarninspirations website. I did also see like links to it on Joann's website, but I have not physically seen the yarn in Joann's, but I did see it on the Joann's website. And in all those places, it retails for $5.99. You get about 280 yards, and like I said, there's about 12 shades, 12 different colors that you can choose from, or variants of colors. Like the hot chocolate is kind of, just imagine hot chocolate. So it kind of has like a dark chocolate brown, and then a tan cream color. So it fades into that cream, or not fades into the cream, changes into that cream color. They have what they call a Paisley Pop. There were a lot of pinks, different variations of pinks and purples mixed into their shades. And so, like I said, I did go with the lipstick on your collar. And I actually already started a project with it. I was making, or my plan, and I actually may end up frogging this, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So this is what I was thinking of doing with that one, is making another little lovey blanket. Now this particular one is made with Karen Cakes. So this particular lovey is made with Karen Cakes, and as you can see, it has quite a bit of movement to it. It's kind of lightweight. It's not super heavy. Like the head of this is actually making it more heavy than anything else. But this is, the blanket part is super lightweight and super flowy. what I notice that's happening with this one is that this is definitely a thicker 4-weight yarn. Like, it does not have that same type of movement and same type of flowiness. And so I do not think this is going to work for the Lovey. Now, and here's the important thing that I need to mention about that a lot of times it is very important to remember that all 4-weight yarn is not the same. Like, so if you're working from a pattern and it says, you know, use a 4-weight worsted weight yarn, or it tells you a particular brand of yarn that they're using and you want to substitute that yarn, that's fine to substitute it. A lot of people will say, well, just look for the same yarn weight. But it is important to understand that even if you get the same yarn weight, it's not necessarily the same weight of yarn. As you can see, this Bernat Pop compared to this Caron Cakes, this is a lighter weight, a lighter 4-weight yarn than this. And so if I were to use this, I probably need to go up a hook size to give it a little bit more drape. But I don't even want to do that. I think that this would work better. This yarn would work better if I was doing something like an infinity scarf, or like a throw blanket, like something that you really want to keep you warm. Because the way this yarn is, this is like a heavy duty, like cold weather type yarn. This is what you want to make your scarves out of, or your heavyweight blankets, or if you need a hat that's like, you know, a heavy duty hat for the wintertime. This would definitely work because of how heavy it is and the density of this yarn. And so this would create a more thicker, keep you warm type of fabric than this is creating, than the Caron Cakes. And so the Caron Cakes works for something, like I said, if you just want like a cute little lovey or something that they can just, you know, snuggle at nap time or bedtime, but not necessarily meant to keep them warm. Like, this definitely has some warmth to it, but this is not like the blanket that you're gonna grab if you're cold. This, however, you could definitely make a blanket and be like, hey, this is, you can wrap up in this and you're gonna be warm. And so just take that into account, that all worsted weight yarn, even if you're doing like a 2-weight or, you know, a sock yarn, all of the yarns are not made the same. And this is where sometimes it's important to do a gauge swatch. Like, you may have to do a gauge swatch if you are substituting yarn, so that you can see, hey, is this yarn going to work for this project? Does this yarn have enough drape? Is it doing what I expect it to do? And if not, what do I need to do to get the result I want? You may be able to change the hook size, or it may be that you need to use a different type of yarn. And in this case, I'm probably going to use the sweet roll instead, and try out my sweet roll for my next lovey, because I think the sweet roll has the same consistency as the Caron Cakes. And so it'll probably give me that same flowy, lightweight result. And then I'm going to have to save this. I'm thinking now that I will probably make like an infinity scarf out of this. Like, I think it would be really pretty as an infinity, like a scarf that changes colors, and something for the winter time. I think that would be really pretty. So that is probably what this is going to end up as, because it's just not going to work for my lovey blanket. But like I said, I like the yarn. It works up well. As you can see, still great stitch definition. Like, so you're still getting great stitch definition from this. It's just a heavier weight. It's just a heavier 4-weight yarn. And I, for whatever reason, when I saw it in the store, I was not expecting that. Like, I thought it was the same as the Caron Cakes and the sweet rolls. And then as I started working with it, I was like, oh, this is not, this is, you know, a little bit thicker. And so, yeah. But again, I like the yarn. Because of the consistency, I probably would not use it that often, because I don't make a lot of cold weather items. Like, a lot of the yarn that I purchase is for my dolls or for something that's going to be lightweight and quick. And so probably, like I said, for a scarf or something like that, like if I was doing an infinity scarf for a doll, that would probably work. But even, well, maybe not, because still it's going to create such a thickness that That would definitely have to be for a wearable project, or for like a blanket or a throw. But again, I do like it. It's Yarninspiration's Bernat Pop. Like I said, I found this in Walmart, but you can get it off the Yarninspiration's website. It does retail for $5.99. You get about 280 yards. I used, on this particular blanket that I was trying to make, this was being done with a 5mm crochet hook. And like I said, still great stitch definition on this. So still great stitch definition. Okay, so that is it, you guys. I probably will be back with another video really soon, because I have another item that I actually want to review. It's not yarn, but of course it is yarn related. So I probably will be back soon with that review as well. But until then, thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or any comments, definitely leave them below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, you can definitely subscribe to the channel. I have links to my website, links to Instagram, links to Facebook. You're more than welcome to follow me in all of those places. And yeah, I think that's it. So until next time, thank you for joining me. My name is, if I haven't introduced myself, my name is Yolanda. I'm the hands behind My Pretty Brown Doll and the writer behind the blog My Crochet Life, which is where this will be posted. So this review will be up on the blog My Crochet Life, but the links will be below. Again, until next time, thank you for watching, and don't forget to thumbs up.